YouTube. What is up, guys? We're back with video number 2, and your boy's got some good news. Your boy is back in the workforce. We got a job. So I'm quite thrilled, I must say. We're gonna be working with my brother. It's official now. Like I'm in. So it's gonna be starting in like 2 weeks. It's gonna be like landscape stuff, and I'm kind of excited. I've had a little bit of jobs like this, but not to this degree. So it's gonna really test me physically, and we'll see how it goes. I think I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna go into it with an open mind and just ready to grind, because your boy needs some money. He needs some moolah, and now we're gonna be able to get some moolah for the summer. So it's gonna be good. And just want to talk a little bit about some past jobs I've had coming out of like high school, even like being in high school and stuff, how they went, all the good stuff. And yeah, one of my main jobs, I was there for quite a long time, was Five Guys, burgers and fries. So riveting. Good old fast food. And it wasn't bad. It really wasn't that bad. Like, I actually enjoyed my time there. I spent probably a year and a half, 2 years there, flipping burgers, putting the fries in the bag, as they say. But it was good. It was pretty good pay. It was a bit above minimum wage, and you could also get really good tips there. So that was actually one of the pros. And I worked there, started part-time, eventually went full-time, because it was a year out of high school, and I was taking a gap year, so I could kind of just grind out and work. And it was good. Like, a lot of crazy stuff I saw there. Like, I was fresh out of high school. I wasn't really too much of a crazy kid in high school. Like, I'd hang with my friends. We would do some tomfoolery from time to time, but I kind of had this mindset of, oh, I'm going to be working somewhere, like, everyone's going to be super serious. Everyone's going to be by the books, blah, blah, blah. I got to be, like, to my best behavior. And that was not necessarily the case at Five Guys. It was very interesting to see how that worked. Like, my first 2 weeks working there and like kind of learning the stuff. A lot of chill managers. I love the people that work there. I miss so many of them. I gotta like reconnect with a lot, but like the stuff that I would see was like so mind-boggling to me, because I started and they had no cameras. This is ridiculous that they had no cameras in the back. So like where your lockers were and stuff, you kind of walk through the back door. There's no cameras there. There was kind of like a blind spot, quote unquote. And that shit got abused, bro. Like, it got abused. First, like, third day in, probably. First, second, third-ish day in. I just saw motherfuckers ripping the dab pen back there, hitting the Benjamin, hitting the vapes, shooting shit. Like, I'm just like, at work, bro? I thought this was a crazy thing, and it turns out everyone does that everywhere. Like, it was not a big deal, but 18-year-old me was mind-boggled by this, and was like, what? There's no way people can smoke and be functional members of society. What? But it was so cool, honestly, to see. And at that point, I was smoking a little bit, like weed-wise and stuff. I don't smoke as much anymore, really, at all. I'll smoke like maybe once a month, twice a month, if I get super drunk or if I'm with the boys. But I'm past my stoner addiction, which is good. That's a whole other topic for a whole other day. But pretty much, eventually I would have days where I would go in and it'd be boring, it'd be long. We'd be 4 or 5 hours in. It's like 7, 8 o'clock, and I'm like to the manager who's got the Benjamin, I'm like, yo. And like, we're pretty chill at this time. He sees that I'm working and stuff, that I'm grinding. I'm flipping my burgers. I'm doing everything proper. I'm paying attention to detail. Good customer service at like the register, stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, what are you saying, bro? Like, can I rip that? And I rip it. I get like faded during a shift, and it was fascinating. And nobody really ever said anything. We had masks on at this time too, so I just know motherfuckers were staring at my eyes and probably saw that I was baked. And like the paranoia makes you think, oh my god, people are gonna care. It's a big deal. Nobody cares, bro. Like, not even the customers care. And it was just a fascinating kind of thing for me to learn, that people just get yodied, and people don't really care. So that was a interesting time work there. I didn't get baked too much. That was like only 2 or 3 times. Work was chill. Manager was super strict. I eventually left because we weren't on the best terms and stuff. So I left after a year and a half, but it was good work, and I really enjoyed it. I had a good time there. Like, there's not much more to say about Five Guys. Shout out Five Guys. If you guys didn't make $30 fucking meals, I would go there more often. But that shit's too expensive, man. As good as it was, when you did work there, last thing I'll say is you got a free burger, a free drink, and free fries during every shift. And I abused that. I would do it every day. I would never pack a lunch. I think everyone pretty much did. You would just make your own lunch before break, go back, munch your burger, do your thing. And I thought I was going to become a fat ass because I was eating burgers every day. But I just somehow didn't. And shout out my metabolism, I guess. And yeah, I miss those burgers. I'm not going to lie. They were so good. They were delicious. You do a little patty melt, like you do a grilled cheese, and you put the burger in the grilled cheese. Oh, that was so good. I miss that stuff. So that was one of my jobs. I've also done a liquor store. Worked at a liquor store. It was family owned, so it was super dead all the time. I was here probably for 8 months. It was a while ago, so I'm not like fully sure on the timeline, but I worked there for a fair amount of time. And it was, like I said, it's family owned, so it was super slow. So after like a week of training from like the owner, I was already working shifts alone. So that was my first job working like where you're the only person there. So that was kind of interesting. And if you look at me and you just think about how a liquor store works, like people are gonna walk in there and like this is for like the sake of IDing people and AGLC and stuff, because I still wanna not get fired, you know what I mean? I want to be a good worker, but I just know in the back of my head, people are seeing me ID them and they're like, bro, there's no way this 16-year-old motherfucker is IDing me at this liquor store. So like, I'd always have troubles asking people, hey, can I see your ID? So that was kind of a weird thing, but it wasn't a big deal once I'm like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, just ask. If they get butthurt, so be it. Womp womp. Who cares? So that was that. The work was slow as fuck. You could play your own music. That was a pro. That was good. I'd have my playlist on in the background, my pop playlist, rap playlist, whatever. So that was nice. If you were in school, it'd be a great job. I was not in school at the time because there's just so much downtime. Like, after you make your sale and you restock whatever they bought, there was nothing to do. There was nothing to do. And, like, besides, like, 5, 6 o'clock when people are getting off work, you're getting a customer every, like, 10, 20 minutes. Like, it was grim. It was so slow. So days were long, but it was good. The discount was kind of I didn't really get much liquor there. Not a bad spot. That was an okay job. I worked at another job is I worked at the Saddle Dome for quite a while. That was my most recent job. People, amazing. People were great. I loved that. I've met a lot of friends there I'm still good friends with. Managers were in and out like nothing. Like, it was ridiculous. So that was kind of interesting, and just like, dude, there's no moving up. It was just empty promises. Because I knew a manager when I first started working there, and my whole goal was to become a bartender there, right? I wanted to start pouring drinks, get really good tips. That'd be a good job. You're working the hockey games for the city. We have a team in Calgary, NHL, Calgary Flames. They're not good. They're trash. But a lot of people show up, good fan base and stuff. So if you get a bartending job there, like, you're gonna get some good money on the side for sure. And I wanted that. So I started as a busser. I know it's not even close, but the manager I talked to was like, yeah, you can work your way up, like, prove yourself. After 6 months, we can, like, start you behind the bar, and then we can put you eventually to a bartender. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And I started working. I was really good. After even like 2-3 months, they started putting me behind the bar as a bar assistant, bar back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's go. And dude, you just get the job that I was at. You're still getting the same pay as the busser position, as like food runners, hosts, stuff like that, like basic positions in the restaurant. And dude, you just get like bullied. You get bitched. It's also called a bar bitch because you're just getting boss by all the bartenders, and you're doing all like the slave work pretty much. Like you're getting the ice, you're restocking everything, you're grabbing everything from the back, you're weighing the liquor, you're doing all this extra stuff. And I'm like, bro, I just want to be pouring drinks and talking to customers and be in that field. But I did that because I'm like, I know this is for a good cause. I'm eventually going to become a bartender. And did it for like a whole year. The manager I knew, this was like 2 months into me starting the bar assisting. The manager I knew left. She went to a different department in the Saddle Dome. And I'm like, this is when I should have known, like, hey, bro, you were cooked. Like, you're going to stay here for a while. Because I was a really good bar assistant, and they're getting paid the same. So from a company standpoint, why would they want to move me up to a bartender when nobody really wants to do this job? And I kind of got stuck at the bar assisting, and I didn't like it at all. I was like getting so frustrated with it because I just wanted to move up. But a whole bunch of different managers, and then like I should have expressed my opinion more about like, hey, I really want to move up and stuff. But I told most of them, I'm like, hey, like, eventually I want to be a bartender. And they're like, oh, yeah. Just keep working, blah, blah, blah. And I should have done more checkups with them because they kind of just in one ear, out the other ear. And I just stayed a bar assistant for my whole time there. Did a bit of food running here and there. As more managers came, I got less and less shifts. And eventually other bar assistants came in, and I'm like, hey, this is stupid. I'm never going to get what I want here. So that was also short-lived. I had 2 trips. This was during my 2 trips to Taiwan as well. And I got fired for like scheduling reasons, which was just bullshit, to be honest. It was complete mumbo jumbo. Because I literally asked, and I booked them in like the app we have. I booked them many months before them, and I took my weeks off for both trips. And there was no problems with that, but the second it happened and I was gone, and they're like, hey, can you work this day? I'm like, no, I'm not in the country. They didn't like that. And then a couple weeks after I came back, worked a couple shifts, and then I was not there anymore, which was kind of whack. But it's far the better, because that job, I would have just been stuck there for way too long. I would not have liked it. So that was the Saddle Dome. Couple little jobs when I was way back. I was doing some reffing for soccer. Like, this is like almost 8 years ago now. Like, I was like 15 years old. But it was, from what I remember, it was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it. You get paid actually a fair amount, especially considering how long ago it was, and with inflation and stuff, you got a good amount of pay. It was like $25-30 a game. You could get like 2 to 3 games a night, and if you're 15 years old, like, you're pretty fired up. If you're getting like $100 from like a weekend's work, that's pretty electric. So that was nice. Not too many problems there, but there was one game when I was reffing, I will always remember this, where the sprinklers, like, it was like halfway through the game and the sprinklers came up and started shooting, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, what the fluff? Like, what are we gonna do here? And I'm only 15, but I'm also the ref, and all the parents now are looking at me like, yo, what's going on? Like, you gotta fix this. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is ridiculous. We can't play like this. Who turned on the irrigation, bro? Turn that off. Like, this is not okay. So I was just stressing. Little 15-year-old me was panicking. 5 minutes went by, I blew the whistle, the plate stopped, and eventually they went back down. I didn't even say anything to anybody. A parent probably went off and found someone. But that stopped. Thankfully, game went on. That was fun, though. That was kind of funny looking back on. It was bad. That was bad. But chill. Last 2 jobs to talk about, I did, and this is with the brother that got me my current landscaping job. I'm going to start in 2 weeks. I worked with him way back with somebody else. His name was Reg, and this guy was interesting. He was a super chill person in real life. Like, he's an awesome dude, but not a good boss. Not a good boss. He would pay you very late. Sometimes he would even just forget to pay you, which was not cool. That was a very not cool move from him. But what it was snow removal around the city was one of them in the winter. Excuse me. and the other one was power washing, like in the summer, spring. And the power washing wasn't bad because like the weather wasn't horrible, and it was kind of satisfying, just kind of to a bunch of like big like garbage trucks and just big trucks that like carry shipments to places, stuff like that. It wasn't bad. It was just long days. I really didn't hate it. The snow removal, that was pretty brutal because it was like different medians and bus stops around the city, and we didn't have any like snow blowers at the time or anything like that. So it was literally just go to a stop, shovel. Me and my brother would get out, shovel. The owner, the boss, he'd be in the front seat, take pictures, do all like the little work like that, and we'd just be out there shoveling for 10 kind of minutes on each thing, and then move on. And the shoveling it wasn't horrible. It would obviously catch up to you as you're doing it, but it was just the fact that these would be like minus 25 nights Celsius. Like, dude, they were dreadful. It was so cold. Some of these nights were so miserable, and you're out there for like 8-9 hours getting paid per job, and I'm happy I'm not doing that right now because it was rough. My current state, I could probably do that better, but I was younger, I was a bit more frail, and it was just, I would be so freezing, I'd be miserable, my hands would be cold. It was not a fun time. The pay was good, once again, when he fucking paid, when he actually got us our money, but it wasn't anything exciting. And those are pretty much all the jobs that I've had kind of throughout my years, and we're finally going to be back. We're going to be back doing landscape for the summer. I can post pictures, post updates on like my Snapchat. I gotta get IG again and just start posting on that. I might do that soon. But I'm gonna post like some little stuff here and there with the job, and maybe on TikTok too, Snapchat. When I can, obviously I'm gonna be focusing on work still more and getting the shit done. But it will be good. It will be good. And just with the YouTube content, I'm just kind of working on editing still, trying to figure out that. I watched a couple videos today, trying to figure out good platforms to use, and just kind of asking friends around. I got a couple friends that could help with it too, so that will be a good addition once I kind of start to learn that. And then I can do more like the shorts and the shorter videos, because I genuinely just enjoy doing this. I'm not going to stop doing these little rants and stuff, but I want to produce different content as well that people are more engaged to watch maybe, versus like a 20-minute mumble about my life. But I'm gonna keep doing them because I like them, so be it. I don't really care if they're massive successful or not, but I appreciate y'all for watching. If you're still here, much love, man, much love. I really appreciate it, and I'll let you guys know how this goes when it starts. And that's kind of really, I just want to check in and just let you guys know we're gonna be back. You're gonna be working again. Your boy's gonna be back, and just talk about some old jobs I had. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thanks again if you watched the whole video and just for watching. Keep loving yourself, and that's about it. Peace, guys.